Welcome to this video. This video is about Cyclopean Works. That is another name for Polygonal Works, amongst others walls, polygonal walls, and their link to the Aurignacian-Culture, roughly between 40 and 50,000 years ago. That's a time when there still were Neanderthals. One of the lost places of Neanderthals is Gibraltar caves. One of the caves presents tools, and those tools seem to be deposited in one event. And there's also a hearth where food was cooked supposedly by Neanderthals. At the same time, there is this present of Aurignacian-Culture, 74 to 41,000 years ago, here in Gibraltar, where you have this supposed Neanderthal cave, but this scientists think there was a one-time visit and deposit of tools, which is strange. Why would Neanderthals deposit their tools in a cave that they only visit once? And why would there be a hearth where supposedly Neanderthals would cook, which is a little bit awkward for hunter-gatherers in the first place? So we claim this cave and other caves are of the Aurignacian culture, where they cooked for or provided opportunity for Neanderthals to cook, and where they delivered the tools. Because Neanderthals wouldn't stand a chance with so much advanced culture present, especially in this stretch between Gibraltar and Marseille, but along other coasts of the Mediterranean. So this is the polygonal walls, structures in general. You see, I show this map of the Celts, also from the same channel. The channel is one-eyed giant wall builders. And you see how much they are unassociated. So that's why we choose. So it's very unassociated with the Celts and with other groups, and it's very associated with the Aurignacian culture people. Trying to find it back. Here they are. It's very associated. For instance, this stretch from Gibraltar to Marseille is very typical. It's not continuous, but there's a lot of association. Why, for instance, there's no association at all with the Celts and with most other groups, later groups. The best association is with the Aurignacian culture. So in other videos it's better explained. So we date the polygonal walls and other structures to this period and to this group of people. Which does not mean that other groups could not have built them later on. So polygonal walls or works, not at all related, for instance, to the Celts and to all later groups, except somehow to the Phoenicians, but not to the same degree. This is from a site 8 years old. This is a site 8 years ago. And we don't totally agree, but it's still interesting what this author tells here. He talks if it are Cro Magnon, and I think Cro Magnon is more located in this region by most modern authors. But Cro Magnon itself is linked to France. So anyhow, what the author notices and asks us to notice is how the sites seem to cluster near rivers and seashores, a trait of a maritime culture, and also the western or Atlantic orientation of the sites. And I just want to remember that Plato talked about the Pillars of Hercules to say that Atlantis was west of them. It's obviously talking about the maritime culture as well.